Hey everyone, thanks for joining us again for another episode of Title Talk. And today I'm excited to have my dear friend and an incredible real estate professional on the show with us, Melissa Jane Rubin of Compass. Compass, in case you don't know, is a cutting edge real estate company taking the industry by storm. They like to say that they are a technology company that happens to deal in real estate, and it's a great pleasure to have you, Melissa. Thanks for joining us.
And thank you so much for having me today. I'm super
awesome.
Excited. Thank you.
So tell us, what has Melissa Rubin been up to in 2019? How's the year starting? What do you got going on?
It's actually started like super busy, which is really incredible because I know the market people are talking about it being a bit slow. But for me, I find that there are so many people coming from the States, different than maybe a year ago where it was mostly non-US citizens. I'm finding more people coming from New York, Chicago, super busy, super interested. They're hearing that prices have shifted and it's a buyer's market right now in certain areas. So really focusing. Last week, honestly, I worked with buyers every day.
And you work primarily in the luxury real estate market, right?
Yes, but I have a team of people that work for the MJR Group, and we work from Homestead through to Delray in really every market segment. The most important thing for us, which differentiates us, is really the service that we offer and just really listening and learning what our clients want over and above real estate. Okay. That is definitely one of our separating features. So we work everywhere in all markets, and I personally do segment the luxury market.
And so our viewers know the MJR Group is the Melissa Jane Rubin Group at Compass, right?
That is correct.
So Melissa was on her own for a long time prior to joining Compass, right?
Yes, my partner and I had a real estate company which still exists in Coral Gables, Platinum Properties International. And I just decided several years ago that we really needed a change. And as you said before, Compass is so tech driven and so on the forefront of really making shifts to the industry that I think to be at the beginning of any shift is really an incredible privilege.
I agree, and it's incredible how time flies because we were together at lunch, a C-suite lunch, when you announced the big move that you were going to Compass. And just now you were like a few years ago already. I mean, it's incredible how the time passes.
2.5 years actually. And just every week, and it really Compass is offering something new for our clients. And I think in this market where there are 50,000 realtors, very professional, but how can we differentiate ourselves? We're always looking to differentiate ourselves. And Compass is offering this amazing program called Compass Concierge. So if you are trying to sell your property, and we always want to refurbish because we want to put our best foot forward, Compass will pay the upfront fees to do that refurbishing and then get paid back on the back end. So it's great for our sellers if they don't want to lay out that money and they really need to make their house as perfect as possible. We have that ability to do that. And that to me is like one of our best tools for 2019.
Wow, that is an outstanding program. And did I read that Compass is also offering bridge financing, or is there a division of Compass that does that as well?
Yes, they're doing bridge financing. So in the event that we're in between homes and our financing isn't ready, they will do bridge financing at very favorable interest rates.
Incredible, like a one-stop shop.
Yes.
I can speak firsthand to the service Melissa lends to her clients. How did that philosophy start for you in this? I mean, you've been doing this a long time, right?
Yes, I've been doing it since 2002. I was in the fashion business for many years.
We can tell.
We
can tell.
Thank you. So, in living in different cities, where I moved there and I had no friends and I didn't know anything about the cities at all, I had to figure it out. And so I said, if I could be in a service industry here and I could make my clients' lives easier, then that's what I want to do. So for me, that's what gets me excited about it. It's really being a connector. And so from anything from doctors to hairdressers to, even one year my clients wanted to get their son an internship with President Clinton. And I was able to call a friend, and 6 months later he was in Washington with President Clinton.
Wow.
And that is what gets me excited.
There's Compass Concierge, and then there's MJR Concierge, where no height is unreachable.
100%.
I love that. And so what's your favorite thing to do in the real estate business? You like to work with sellers, you want to work with buyers, you like seeing people buy homes, you like seeing them sell homes. What really makes it, kind of worth your while?
I love marketing. My background is all marketing. So the idea of being creative and understanding someone's needs and then putting that to every medium, whether it's social media or video as we're doing, or print, and it's just I love that. And I love the idea of making people happy. That gets me excited, and creating the deal, whatever that deal may be, just to make sure that we get somebody the right property at the right time, or the right lease at the right time, knowing that they're going to have fantastic lives in South Florida. That's what I love.
That's very cool. And so what, if you had to identify what you think is an obstacle or a challenge that you face in your day-to-day business, what would you say it is?
The biggest challenge is, I think, our media, which don't always tell exactly what's going on, and to be able to educate our customers so that they don't expect specific things about our market. You know, the news thrives on like drama.
Right.
And not everything is.
No.
Right? But not everything is dramatic. And there are real opportunities here, but when they put everything in one like beige box, I think it hinders what we're doing. And I know it's great for the news people, but not for really the market and for people's opportunities, because there are great opportunities in our market right now. You just have to find them and seize them.
That's actually a great point. So there's been a lot of fear, as you touched earlier, on the market and what was going to happen. And how do you see the market for 2019 here in South Florida?
I feel by pocket there are some tremendous opportunities, and by pocket there's a little bit of overage, which will create opportunities.
Right.
And to me, I mean, if the rest of the year is anything like January, I think we're poised to have a very good market. We're definitely affected by the world. Where Miami is a second home and third home market, we're affected by the strong dollar, the weak dollars, our government and what's going on in the world right now. And that definitely impacts us.
Right, in the luxury market, because obviously some people that buy in that market, they're second and third home buyers, and so depending on what's going on in the world, they're
Yes.
either more or less aggressive with what they're doing.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
and
I
it's just
agree.
more difficult to get money out of their countries, and you know the exchange rate. Since our dollar is so high, makes it a less opportune,
pricier, right, of course.
especially for me being from Montreal and the Canadians. It's definitely, I've seen a shift there a little bit. Still buying, but not as much.
Melissa's Canadian, if you didn't hear that, not like the occasional you can hear it, right?
I'm very Canadian.
Yeah, that's funny, that's great. Yeah, and so I think so too. I was talking to somebody earlier today about the market, and I said, look, I think we may see more of a normalized market,
Yes.
right? Where seller's gonna list a property, it's probably gonna sit on the market something more than 8 days. You know, before, if your property was on the market for 8 days last year or 2 years ago, you know, sellers were getting nervous, right? When now, you know, the reality is that borrowing is still at historic lows, right?
Yes, and it just took a drop, I believe.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
So it's like an amazing time, and there are many more programs that there were a year ago. So we're finding that although our market shift is still predominantly cash, it's definitely shifted down, and there are more people that are buying with financing.
Yes, and which is good news, because actually Fannie Mae also recently increased what their minimums
Yes.
were for Fannie mortgages. So yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity in the market, and you know, we'll see what comes. So tell me, if we sit down again a year from now and I say, Melissa, what was on the list for 2019 that you wanted to get done, and tell me that you made it happen, what would it be?
Oh, that's such a good question. I would say, I mean, my personal goals, I want to expand my team.
Okay.
I think
How big is your team now?
My team is 6, and I'd like to double that in
Okay.
2019.
I like that.
I love working with amazingly talented people where I can help them grow within their own businesses and within Compass. So that I'm very excited about. I have a $100 million personal goal.
Nice.
So that's on the table with plans to get there.
All right.
I'm going to travel more.
Okay.
Yeah, I plan to travel.
What's on the list for this year in terms of locations? Do you know where you're going yet?
I am going to go to Croatia.
Really?
I have never been to Croatia
Okay.
yet. I always go for a few weeks to out west and just take like a detox for myself. Not detox.
Literally, but you mean time, yeah.
Yes, just time time for
disconnect,
Yes.
reflection.
I was just thinking
right.
that's not so good.
We don't mean Betty Ford detox. We mean, you know what we mean. That's
But
funny.
you know, every year I try to go to some other country where I can learn and just experience like living there for several weeks.
That's very cool.
Yes.
That's very cool. This has been, I gotta tell you, and everybody that watches, the prior guest might be upset, but this has been one of my favorite episodes. You're natural, very engaging, nice to talk to, pleasant, fashion industry professional, real estate professional. Really great to have had you here.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. So guys, this is Melissa Jane Rubin of the MJR Group at Compass. Cutting edge real estate in terms of the services they provide, and more importantly, just the care, the customer care, and I'm a witness to it. So if you need anything at all, I welcome you to check them out. Compass, Melissa Jane Rubin, the MJR Group at Compass. Melissa, thank you so much for coming on. Really great to have you.
Oh, super fun.
Right, and I'll see you at lunch on Monday.
I'll see you at lunch on Monday.
Absolutely. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys, tune in next time for another episode of Title Talk. We'll be in touch. This is Rich Barber at Gables Title and Escrow.